Hey, my Taurus babies. This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. Trying to knock these readings out one at a time, right? All right. So, Taurus, this is Taurus and Virgo for the month of August 2019. You know how we do. We do 3 for the recent past, 3 for current energy, 3 for future energy, 2 for overall energy, and 3 for guidance from the universe. Let's see. I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. What the hell else? Oh, in case you haven't heard, old school style for the month of August. For subscribers to my channel, I'm doing $5 readings. I've done quite a few. Get on there, inbox me, tarotattarot@gmail.com. Or you can hit me up here. You want to see the information down there? Yeah, that stuff. What's going on, Taurus and Virgo? What the heck is really going on? Okay, we got those done. Shuffle these a couple more times and shuffle these off camera. I don't know, there's a sense of urgency. What the hell? Where did all the anxiety come from? Oh, hell, Taurus. Overall, Taurus has been, we actually are progressing, but it's almost like we, one of my viewers is called Mercury retrograde, Mercury retro shade. Okay. Taurus, you are actually making progress. You're just going through the Mercury retro shade shit. It doesn't have anything to do with Mercury really, but you feel like you're in retrograde motion, like you're just going out the world ass backwards with no cause, no rebel, no nothing. You are making progress. That's what you need to know. You're so looking at the details of what's going on, you can't see. And it's really the only thing that's going to help you see is time and perspective. I know for a fact, but I'm also going to say for my own benefit, I hope by the end of the year we can take a long look back and see how far we've come. I think a lot of us have made a lot of strides in the last year or two. So it will be interesting. I'm thinking now on how I'm going to do the end of the year, first of the year reading for Taurus, because that's kind of important to me to get done. So I don't know at what point I'm going to start doing those readings for the end of the year. I may do an overview from this year. I'm like, yeah, how you going to read backwards? Yeah, well, there's lessons to be learned. So you need to, the one thing you need to know is what you really have taken in. You can learn a lot of shit, but you don't always take in things. So it's about what you've taken in and how is that changing your direction. All right, let's get started, Taurus, with your Virgo, your overall energy. First card, the waiting game. And the second card is the universe. And so, recent past, financial and material changes, material harvest, and foundation and achievements. Your current energy, memories of love, conflict and defeat, that's your centerpiece in your challenge card, and transformation, future energy, discontent and boredom, oh Lord, love begins, and patience and planning. A lot of Aries and Sagittarius type energy. All right, from this deck, from the bottom, the waiting game pulls the 7 of Wands, and the universe pulls the Emperor. Yeah, see, I told y'all, changes, damn changes, changing direction, all kind of shit. Recent past, financial and material changes pulls the 3 of Coins, material harvest pulls the 5 of Cups, foundation and achievements pulls the 5 of Wands, memories of love pulls the 8 of Wands, conflict and defeat pulls the 7 of coins. Transformation pulls the Queen of coin. And future energy, discontent and boredom pulls the Empress. Love begins pulls the 9 of wands. Patience and planning pulls the Princess of wands. Okay, didn't I say a lot of fire energy? Didn't I just say that? Oh yeah, the hell with the hell with the hell. Okay, so let's talk about this. And maybe your Virgo has some fire in him or her. There's a lot of fire. There's a lot of red. If you can see what's on the table, I got buttons and shit over here, but if you can see how red the red is, and you've got just little sprinklings of green going around. Two things, you've got some passion and some inspiration going here, and you've got areas of growth. With your overall energy, with the 7 of wands and waiting game, it's almost like you're waiting to defend yourself. You're waiting to protect yourself. That's the mode that you're in, and maybe that's some of the anxiety that I feel. So this is about defending your boundaries. It's one of the meanings. And then it's just like you're waiting so your fight can get started. The back end of this energy with the Emperor on the Universe card, it's time to grow. That's the only thing I can tell you, only thing I can say about that. It is time to grow. And you need to be in a direction. This is major. It's a major card. You need to be in a direction where you can start gaining more knowledge. And that is kind of the throne you probably feel underneath all this, where to fight shit at. That little thing is just going. Time to expand your knowledge. And by doing so, it feels like you expand what's going on with you and your partner. From the recent past, with the financial and material changes in the 3 of coins, you've been making some plans. Some of you, I've lost my rock. You've been making some plans. And some of you maybe changing jobs, getting a better position at your current job. Some of you may be getting married. You heard me. And that's not the, how can I say this? The partnership is not the thing. This is a lot of where's the inspiration coming from? Where am I growing? If this is that kind of energy, I don't see a lot wrong with the partnership. Like I said, some of you may be getting married, you're making plans, and this in turn is going to bring about financial and material changes. It seems to be, and if I'm just looking at the 3 of coins, it seems to be like a good thing for you, Taurus. This is one of our cards, Pentacles and Coins, that belongs to us. So it seems like there's a steady upward progression to what's going on and what you're doing, and the changes that you're making are going to have a good and a big impact on you long term. With the material harvest, pulling the 5 of Cups, you haven't lost anything. And maybe recently, this is past energy, maybe recently you've been feeling like, I lost it, I can't find. You haven't lost anything, not a thing. It may not be, you talk about material harvest, it may not be in the form that you're looking for. So, and this is something that I was saying, hang on, I gotta get my rock. I'm lonely without my rock. Okay, I have my rock. This is what I was saying about a lot of passion. There's a lot of shit popping off in your heart, in your mind, about things that you want to get accomplished. And I don't know, this is just resonating back. You are more focused on the shit that you've lost than where it actually went to. Because again, you haven't lost anything. It's in a different form. So, how do I say this? If you were looking for, or trying to get an idea on, let's just say buying a house, and maybe you went through the process and didn't get the house you wanted, somebody outbid you, And you just kind of just went, fuck it, I'm done. But the thing is, you need to keep looking. Whatever that, you need to turn around. That's what the hell you need to do. You need to turn around and look at what's there. Just because you didn't get what you want, and this is recent past, and I'm not going back much further than 2 weeks. Whatever you thought wasn't is there. And the material harvest, you see that 9, completion, it's there. You just got to go look for it. Don't feel like because you missed 1 or 2 opportunities on something, it may not be a house, it might be a car, it may even be work related. It's not coming back so much as work related. These are more things that you are or can get emotionally tied to. Cars, houses, even neighborhoods. You live in a particular neighborhood or want to live in a particular neighborhood, and you feel like, well, fuck it, I've been trying, it's not happening. It's the same thing I said before I laid the cards down. It feels like we are moving in retrograde motion. We really aren't. We're making forward progress. It's hard as fuck to see, let me just tell you, and you need a damn pencil or ruler and a calculator to just mark off the damn centimeters, not even inches, centimeters, because it's just going, it seems like it's going so slow. Again, same thing here. Take your time. Whatever it is that you're trying to look for, or whatever you were looking for, and kind of threw your hands up and said, fuck it, I ain't looking for it no more. Go back. This is a 9 year. You need to clear it up, get whatever it is, whatever thing it is you're trying to get. You need to get it this year. So when you get into next year, you are well on your way to being where you're trying to be. With the foundation and achievements and the 5 of Wands, this is, again, recent past, but you may have had some really quick, fast conversations with people that are trying to help you get yourself set up independently. I'm not saying without your Virgo, but helping you in your finances. And a lot of this, I'm going to just call it Aries energy for this point, because that's the kind of energy it's coming back as. Some of it is a little Leo, maybe a little bit of Sagittarius, but most of this feels like Aries, in your face energy, which is cool. Trying to get your foundation together, and some of the conversations you've been having, some of the thoughts you've been having about future planning. I'm saying it's quick, fast communication, but it's a lot of it. Now, mind you, going into current energy, there's the actual fast communication card, but this is coming back. It's just a lot. There's not the confusion. You're coming out of Mercury retrograde, so I don't feel like there's a lot of confusion. But your focus, it's quick, it's fast. You got a lot of things you're trying to do. Zoop, zoop, zoop. And there you go. So, that energy right there, but it's not in the usual sense that you hear me talk about the 5 of Wands, where you're just all over the place and your brain is on fire. This is very organized thought for you, Taurus. And you got a lot of things that you're trying to do. When you get into the current energy, memories of love, some of you, like I said up here, may be getting married, but some of you may be thinking back to when you met your Virgo. And this may have sparked some conversations, or it may spark some conversations with your lover. Even family is kind of included in this. You know, things that you used to do when you first met, places you used to live, places you used to go, people you used to see. It's that kind of energy. It's a 6 card, so it's got a lot of harmony in it. I don't feel the nag and the tug of the end of a relationship. I just feel like you're at a point in your relationship where you're taking a step and kind of looking back to see how far you come. It's a 9 year once again, so that's the kind of thing you should be doing. Your challenge card, and this goes back to the Mercury retrograde shit. You feel like you're not doing shit. You feel like whoever it is that you're with, your Virgo, y'all ain't doing shit. It's the same thing. Ain't nothing changed. Nah. You're trying to make changes, but you're not seeing anything just popping up at the front door. Ain't no UPS packages. It's snail mail all day long. And your challenge, even in spite of yourself, is to continue achieving and nurturing your shit. Even though you feel like you're drunk and you're about to fall down the stairs. That's the energy. This is your objective this month. Even though you may feel like you're defeated, ain't shit going right, Mercury retrograde, some other shit still happening, and just feeling sluggish, this is your challenge. You still got to get up, walk the dog, water the plants. You still have to. Even if you can't tell that they're growing and moving forward, you still have to do it. And you cannot just get into a defeatist mode and be like, fuck it, ain't nothing working, I'm sitting down. That is your challenge for this month. And probably, I'm sure, as I'm sitting here talking to myself, easier said than done. However, if you keep the thought in mind of trusting the universe, the transformation comes a lot easier. I'm just saying. Just trust the universe. Once again, here's your overall energy hanging out in the background. Trust in the universe. Knowing that the universe has the knowledge can put you in the right direction of what you're trying to do. But you can't get, and I'm great for this. The minute I see something going wrong, it's the end of the world. I'm sorry. It's done. This is not working. I can't do this. Goodbye. I'm finished. Well, you only been here a day. I don't care. It's not working. And sometimes that immediate abrupt bull fart is cool. Other times it's not. And this is one of them times when it's not. You have to figure out, back to your overall energy, if the direction you're going in right now, and there's a lot of universal shit at play, but you still have a part in this, Taurus. Which way you want to go? East, west, north, south. And I don't even mean physically, but just even I feel like a lot of you know you need to change direction. Whether it's where your focus is as far as your job, whether it's how you're trying to maintain your relationship with your Virgo. Hello? Transformation. You have to trust. I even wrote it at the top of the card. Trust the universe. Got this. Trust your intuition and let the transformation happen. And I think a lot of you are stuck because again, it's like this still in the ground. They've been in the ground for 6 months. It's not happening. I'm done. No. The energy is going to change. Now, I know I say it. I know 50 million other readers on YouTube say it. And you talk about, oh, it's coming. The new man's coming. Yeah. The change you want to see in your relationship, Taurus, it's coming. But it takes time. And you have to continue to nurture. I'm preaching to the choir. I know I am. You have to continue to nurture the situation, even though you feel like a pile of rocks. And that's your challenge this month. None of this is hurry up, rush, make a decision. None of this is. Now, there are things you need to double back up on. Again, that recent past, if you had something that didn't work out for you, and you just went, fuck it, time to go back and check that out. The passion is, the fire is there. We ain't got no little punk ass campfire. You got a full bonfire going with a lot of things, but this is not necessarily about you physically moving through this energy at this rate. It's how fast your mind is going. What I don't see on the board are swords cards. So on the one hand, I'm thankful because that means that it's not just shit blowing in the wind for you, Taurus, when it comes to your Virgo. This is some solid planning that you're really trying to do for your future. However, air makes fire go. So don't let this flame out on you at some point. Don't get so frustrated and to feel so just conflicted about the whole thing that you just let the fire go out. Don't do that, because and that you have a lot of little spots of fire tells me you got so much of it, because there is an air here. It just needs to get started. When you get to your future, and all this energy is just kind of feeding off of itself. You're going to wonder, why am I so bored? Why am I so bored? And in that moment, it's not going to be that you're bored. And I know it says discontentment and boredom. I know. It's not going to be that you're bored, but you're going to finally be at the end of this Mercury retrograde feeling. And just like Mercury retrograde or any other planet that's in retro motion, when it stops, or when it appears to stop, to go forward again, that time in there for it to stop before it goes forward, that's where you're going to be, right here. And all kind of shit can happen in that gap. Let me just tell you, you can lose your self-esteem, feel like you ain't shit, lose every ounce of value you ever thought you had. And primarily, it's because you're discontent because shit ain't going as fast as you wanted to, and you're bored. Now, if you're bored, that's on you. There is always something to do in life. If it ain't nothing but trying to manifest a damn worm out the ground, there's always something to do. There's always something to practice. There's always something to think about. There's always something to read. Come on now. And we are intellectual little beasts. No sense of acting like we aren't. But when you're bored, I get the discontent. I get that part because I'm looking at this and you feel like, well, damn, we should be in the... Even those of you that are making plans to get married, you may be feeling like, damn, can I get a dress already? Can I get the haul? That energy where you just feel like everything is just pulling uphill. Go with it, Taurus. Just go with it. Again, whatever the plans are, you got to keep working on them. What? Because you feel like shit right now and it's just not going your way. If you are getting married, you going to stop? You going to stop planning your wedding? Because, no, you're not. So keep doing what you're doing. If this is about taking a relationship to the next level or changing the direction of the relationship, Taurus, with your Virgo, keep working on it. Don't let the conflict and defeat you out of what you're trying to manifest. Current energy, or future energy, I'm sorry. It's going to be that gap. I'm telling you, it's going to be that gap in time. And you're going to be like, damn. And you ain't, it's going to all be right here. But check this out. As soon as your brain catch on fire, look at what it says. Love begins. So, as you creep up into the fall, because by the time you get to the end of this energy, will be right around September, you will have had your, for lack of a better phrase, your aha moment between the I can't push this up the hill no more, oop, it's rolling down the hill. That's that energy right there. When you figure out you don't have to be discontent because things really are going the way that you want them to go. You don't have to be bored. Boredom is just a matter of being overwhelmed with so much you don't want to do shit. Figure that little piece out because there are things you need to be working on even if you're not thinking about them right this minute. There's other things that you can do for yourself. Because your Virgo does not want you if you're going to be half-ass raggedy. I'm just saying. So there are things within that you can be working on always. If it's nothing but, if you're a Christian, reading scripture, if you're spiritual, reading somebody that inspires you, their poetry or their writing, but to continue that self-work, that inner work, because it's that work, the spiritual strength that you create from that keeps you from going, you know what, fuck it, I'm out. I'm just saying, I'm trying to put it where it is. At the end of the future energy, we still at patience and planning. It's some bullshit, I know. Don't forget your overall energy up here is the waiting game. If you're waiting to get into the fight, it's going to be some more patience and planning, except now you're back to your Virgo. I know y'all like, where all the red come from? Ain't no Virgo. I don't see no earth energy on. Yeah, it's here. This is how it's coming back. Some of you may begin planning trips again if you get married. This is honeymoon planning. Others of you may be planning a trip with your lover. Some of you may not be even going far, but just trying to plan dates in the fall to do different things, go different places, see different things. And this is good energy moving forward. Even though it's patience and planning, you moving from working on your shit to working on our shit. So the majority of this is about you working on you, Taurus. Your Virgo, keep them in the loop as much as you can about how you're feeling about certain things, especially as they pertain to your relationship, because it will be kind of vital at some point that your Virgo understands, you're trying to make these changes, you're trying to choose a better path for yourself, not only for yourself, but for the relationship as well. And at some point, it's going to come up in the future. Virgo going to be like, what the hell was all that over the summer? Yeah. You need to be able to say, I'm trying to get me together so we can be together. And that's a good thing. Don't forget, trust the universe, Taurus. Trust the universe, the Queen of Coins. And I'm just looking at her, sitting on the transformation, and I'm looking at the Emperor sitting up there on the universe. Trust the universe. Trust that you will be okay. Don't get messy and, start just doing a lot of dumb shit. Trust the universe. Set your intention for whatever it is that you're planning about your future, whatever you're trying to do. Set your intention and move forward. And again, you may feel like you're moving like a snail, but shit, even a snail can make it up the block at some point. I'm just saying. So let's see what the universe has for guidance for us, Taurus. Mentors and role models. Be generous and pray. Mentors and role models, for those of you that are doing the work thing, others of you that are whatever big project, wedding, job, moving in together, buying a house together, car. Find those folks that got that knowledge to help you. You don't know every damn thing. So whoever this is, whatever you're trying to do, find the mentors and the role models that can help you. If you're trying to buy a house, it may be talking to your grandma, your uncle, your aunt, the neighbors. What kind of process did you go through? What do I need to have? What do I need to remember? What's new? What's different now than when you bought a house? Those are the kind of questions you want to ask. So you need to find these people. They're near you. They're all around you, actually. You need to reach out, and depending on what the need is, what you're asking, find someone that you think can help you through that process. Be generous. Discontent, boredom, and all this self-esteem bullshit. Be generous. Be generous and be happy. I'm just saying. But this, a lot of times, the discontent part comes because we're not giving fully of who we are. So this is not just, reach down in your bag and pull out some coins. No. This is about being generous with you, and particularly your other. Share your thoughts. Some shit not working, let them know. Keep them in. Let them know, how you feel to things they're doing, even if it has some kind of impact on your emotions. Don't get stingy. That'll be the word that I use. Don't get stingy on conversation towards, and don't get stingy on your emotional stuff, because you still need to pull that. You need to pull that with you. You still need to keep a hand on it. So when you need your partner to support you, you know how to articulate what you're trying to get. I know that sounded loud and convoluted. It was not. Just keep it open. Be generous, and particularly be generous with your thoughts and sharing with your partner, because they need to know, and then give them a good idea of how you feel about certain things. It feels like a lot of you have just some personal things, your beliefs, your values, it seems like they may be changing. So, talk to your partner. Who else? Who the hell else should you be talking to? Tell your partner. At the end of this, whoever you're praying to, the koala bear, Jesus, a head of lettuce, whatever, it don't hurt. It never hurts to throw one up there. Say thank you for what you have. You got a need, ask for that, and move on. And prayer is always whoever you're praying to. I promise, whatever you believe. If you take a minute every day and just say, Creator, thank you, it will go a long way in helping shape your perspective for your day, helping align your soul and your spirit so you are on a good path and not some bullshit. Y'all hear me? Pray. It ain't gonna hurt you. I'm gonna leave the reading there, Taurus. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.